Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This week I've been behind the wheel of the 2024 Dodge Hornet RT Plus PHEV. Probably by far the ugliest plug-in hybrid EV that I've reviewed all year, but there's always a huge but. I have one package that makes this vehicle a total badass. Now do me a favor and hit that subscribe button because now it's time to get into price, performance, real-world EV range, fuel economy, charge time, cargo towing, and so much more. Dodge advertises the Hornet RT, their first ever performance PHEV, as being the quickest CUV or compact utility vehicle in the segment. And I have to admit, their segment exclusive PowerShot feature is fun, and I'll demonstrate that feature for you in a second. Now, this particular Dodge Hornet RT Plus PHEV model with standard all-wheel drive you're looking at includes the totally badass and optional RT blacktop with track pack bundle, which includes the standard LED lights up front and on the rear, black badging, the optional and larger 20-inch aluminum wheels with red Brembo brake calipers, and a very cool Alcantara interior with red stitching. MSRP pricing for this compact crossover begins at just over $48,800 Canadian or $31,400 US before EV tax credit incentives are applied. Pricing aside, your 2024 Dodge Hornet RT Plus PHEV is going to come equipped with a 1.3-liter turbo 4-cylinder with a 6-speed automatic transmission and a 15.5 kilowatt-hour battery pack. This is producing 288 horsepower with 383 pound-feet of torque and looks like this off the line when in Sport and PowerShot mode. Sport mode, PowerShot mode activated. Now, let's go. I'm not gonna lie, PowerShot mode and sport mode are a lot of fun. But if you always use those features, it's definitely not gonna help with your EV range or fuel economy. So on that note, Dodge advertises this Hornet RT Plus PHEV is offering a total electric range of 53 kilometers or 32 miles. And whenever I have an PHEV or an EV that I'm reviewing, I put it through my 90-minute test drive. And why 90 minutes? Because the average working adult, we spend up to 90 minutes in our vehicles daily. And that includes driving on urban roads, on the highway, and definitely sitting in traffic. And when I took this PHEV out for my 90-minute test drive, this is what happened. So when I began my test drive, the fully digital driver cluster illustrated a total EV range of only 50 kilometers or 31 miles, which is below what Dodge advertises. However, due to a well built-in braking regeneration system, I was actually able to achieve a total EV range of 61.6 kilometers or 38.3 miles, which is more than what Dodge advertises. When my EV battery was depleted, the switch to hybrid mode was seamless, and I averaged 2.2 electric liters per 100 kilometers over the course of my 90-minute test drive for a total distance of 90 kilometers or 56 miles. As for charging, using a level 1 120 volt port at-home outlet, the driver cluster illustrated a time of 10 hours and 3 minutes with a 1% kilowatt hour energy output. If you used a level 2 at-home charger, it would take up to 4 hours with a 5% kilowatt hour energy output as illustrated on my friend's app. And here's a fast fact for you. Take advantage of your e-save mode, which allows you to save electric power for later or for braking regeneration. Your Dodge Hornet RT PHEV will be able to tow up to 2,000 pounds, which is actually more than one of its competitors, the Honda CR-V hybrid I also reviewed. Now, if you are interested in towing, make sure you speak to your Dodge specialist because you have to make sure the vehicle is properly equipped. Now, this being the Plus trim, you receive a bit more features, such as a kick-to-open hands-free power liftgate. You just have to make sure that the key fob is in your pocket, purse, or hand, and you activate the feature inside your infotainment system. Now, when it comes to cargo space with the seats down in their 60-40 split configuration, you receive 1,430 liters or 50.5 cubic feet of space. With the seats up, you receive 648 liters or 22.9 cubic feet of space, which is far below the Honda CR-V hybrid. But I like the convenient pass-through hole down the center because you can fit longer items. Other features include a cargo cover with this trim, a 12-volt port on the left side, and under the trunk floor, you'll find a storage space for your charging cable and a tire service kit. So remember, this is a compact utility vehicle, or essentially a compact crossover. So leg space will get tight if you travel with taller passengers. But for me, I'm not going to complain. I'm only 5'3", so I have more than enough leg and head space, and this roof liner is concave. Now, for a vehicle that's almost $70,000, I would have appreciated a climate panel, which I don't receive. You only have 2 directional vents, and I would have liked these rear seats to be heated, but they are covered with Alcantara, and that's really, really nice. These seats also do not slide forwards or backwards, they only fold. Storage can be improved. There's only pockets behind both front seat passengers, but it's small, and side door storage is really narrow as well. But as for connectivity, you receive one USB and one USB-C port. So 2 features I always appreciate is a remote start feature located on your key fob, and 4G Wi-Fi hotspotting, which is standard in this trim. If you have challenges setting up your 4G Wi-Fi hotspotting, just speak to your Dodge specialist. It's actually pretty easy. Now I'm going to quickly cover some front passenger and driver comfort before hitting the road and speaking about my final driving impressions, noise cabin quality, and definitely visibility. Now, just like the rear, these front seats are covered in Alcantara. They're really, really nice. Now, they are not heated in this trim, but they are ventilated and totally power operated. The steering wheel is also heated, and on the left-hand side, you're going to find your adaptive cruise control functions and your steering assist. Below there, you will find your e-drive mode. Super convenient and easy. On the right-hand side, you'll find your voice commands, your Bluetooth, and your audio shortcut buttons. You can also customize some of your fully digital driver cluster. Then moving to the infotainment system, which is really, really easy to use. Navigation, standard, as well as Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Here are my go-tos. So first, you could actually customize this home screen, but I go to the vehicle icon and then scroll across the top because it actually changes. So first I go to settings, and I set up my driver assisted technology, and I also activate my hands-free power liftgate. You could also adjust the levels as well. Then when I'm driving, I actually like performance, because you can watch your turbo and torque. Super cool, especially with that sport mode and PowerShot. And then e-hybrid mode, and I leave it in power flow, and you'll totally be able to see what's happening with your energy battery pack and your engine. I really, really like this. This actually helps you be a better driver. Then also in this trim, being the Plus trim, you receive a mobile charge pad, and then additional connectivity, one USB-C port, and a 12-volt port. Storage up here can be improved as well, especially this center console slash armrest, but I speak about this more during the drive. That said, now let's hit the road. 2024 Dodge Hornet RT Plus PHEV final impressions, and I'm going to start with the exterior, which you already know I'm not a fan of, but there's always a but. I do like this track bundle package because you have the blacked out features. I like the larger wheel and tire package, and I like the red Brembo brake calipers, and I like the interior a lot. I love this Alcantara. It's very, very comfortable. I like the red stitch, so that's nice. You just have to decide if it's worthy of the additional fee. I also like, I'm going to start with the positives, the steering wheel. This steering wheel looks really, really cool, and I like the paddle shifters. I like the sport mode, and I love the PowerShot mode. All very, very cool. I also like for driving that my mobile charge pad is standing up and directed towards me. This makes it so much more convenient. Also positives, I mean, the drive is just decent. You know, it gets the job done. I will say that I find EVs and PHEVs always offer a more balanced car and an experience overall. Visibility out the front and sides is really, really good. I like how this infotainment system is lowered, so it gives you full visibility, but there is a blind spot by that C-pillar, so just take advantage of your blind spot monitoring. And speaking about those driver assisted features, so some of the more popular ones that you receive as standard, that frontal collision warning with light braking, pedestrian detection. You have adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist. steering assist, of course, I already said the blind spot monitoring, and a rear view camera. But I also have the tech package. So if you like more steering assist, if you like park assist, and if you like a surround view camera, well then take a closer look at that package and you decide for you. But overall, good experience. I wouldn't necessarily pay $70,000 for how this one's equipped. I probably would just take away the extra tech and I'd be super happy. Another thing that would have to be improved for me is noise cabin quality. Overall can be improved. And because I'm short and I have to push my seat up or move it forward, they are power seats, this center console or armrest essentially is too short. So this would have to be lengthened. But guys, if you're looking for more information, always check down in the description below. And while you're down there, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. Thanks for watching.